It used to be 1 in 20,000, then 1 in 10,000, and I would say that's probably 18 years ago. And now it's 1 in 31, but in some areas it's much worse than that.
That was US President Donald Trump talking about autism rates in the US on Monday. But do his figures on the rate of autism really add up? Well, Trump is correct that the most recent estimate says 1 in 31 children in the US have autism, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And this rate has increased compared with about 18 years ago, when it was 1 in 110 children. But this difference is nowhere near as large as Trump suggested. Most experts say rising rates of autism are primarily because of changes in how the condition is diagnosed, as well as greater numbers of people being tested. President Trump also said this.
I think I can say that there are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take any pills that have no autism. The Amish, virtually, I heard none.
It's worth saying up front that there is no evidence whatsoever that vaccines cause autism. And there's likely to be far fewer opportunities to diagnose the condition among the Amish, which could explain lower prevalence of autism in these communities. Amish people typically live remotely and refuse to adopt many features of modern life. Autism diagnosis often happens through mainstream school, whereas Amish children generally attend private schools in the community, and most drop out at around 14 years old. There are very few studies on autism in Amish communities. There is at least one though. Research carried out in 2010 by a team of geneticists suggested that autism occurred in approximately 1 in 271 Amish children. President Trump also made these comments.
The MMR, I think, should be taken separately. It seems to be that when you mix them, there could be a problem.
But there's no evidence for his claim. According to UK government advice, giving separate MMR jabs would be experimental, as there's no evidence about the impact of taking them this way. It goes on to say that single vaccines would end up less safe than MMR because children would be left for extended periods of time without being immunised from the other diseases. It also says that if MMR vaccines are spread out in a series of single jabs, parents may be less likely to attend all the appointments and children could be less protected.